Hello everybody and welcome back to the Retro Canyon Collectors channel today we're taking a look at the transformation on the SS-14 Ironhide. So this dude has kind of a complex-ish transformation. It's finicky as hell up in here. So I'll show you that. We can start by removing his cannons. Just pull those off. They're just held in with posts. Pull those off. There we go. Okay, and then on the cannons, there is this hole here and this peg here that will just go together like so. And that will free up this peg here for robot or for vehicle mode. We will take a look at that when we get there. But now what you can do is you want to start off by taking these panels here on the back, unfolding them like so. You can then bring the feet down while bringing this around, or else you'll mess up clearance. There's a lot of things like that where you have to move two things at once to get clearance for it. But there is this peg right here that will go into that hole down in there. So just line that up, make sure that peg's in, or it won't sit flush, and fold the wheel out. Same on this side. So bring this down while bringing this down. Fold that up in there and put that peg into that hole like so. Fold the wheel out, and then you can go ahead. There's two pegs here and two holes on that side. Just peg this all together up in here. Make sure it's all flush. There we go. And that kind of forms like the bed of the truck with this faux tunnel cover thing going on here. You can then split right here at the middle. Don't pull it back all the way, just kind of split it for some clearance. And then what I like to do, open these panels here, get this out of the way, and then pull it the rest of the way out. You can then hinge this back, just get it out of the way for now. You can fold this out. Now coming up here, okay, so this is a pain. So fold these out of the way, just move them up forward. There is, inside of here, there are some posts and holes in there that are incredibly not painful, incredibly difficult to maneuver in there. So what you kind of want to do is just pull this up. Here, let me pull my light a little closer. Do you see this right in here? Do you see that peg right there? I hope you're seeing that. It's just like right here. That, you kind of got to lift it and pull it out. And now that will only be a thing if you actually have it transformed like that. Oh, I actually forgot this. Fold these pieces up and in. I forgot to even fold them out. So they will be out like that. Just fold them in. But yeah, so you want to just pull this up and pull it out of that whole section there, and that'll free this all up. You can then take his arms and just push these two posts together here, and that'll align the tires in the front. You can then use this hinge joint here to swing this back, kind of line it up straight, turn his arm around, and bring that up like that, kind of. If that makes any sense. So here, I'll try to give you another angle of that. Bring this back, bring this down while turning this, because the actual rotation joint is right here. It's down on this section, so it's kind of hard to maneuver. Then spin his arm around and just kind of bring it up and out of the way for now. Make sure these will kind of pop into place here. There is little pegs on here like that. There's a lot of just you have to put it in the right spot or it will not work with this guy here. So if it already came undone, that's fine, but you can go ahead and push his head back and undo this section here. There's a tab right there. Push this in. Kind of get it out of the way. Swing these pieces forward, and they're just on this weird double, triple hinge thing in here. So all you're doing is just rocking it forward and around all that. Peg it together in the front, bring this bumper up, and now these gray posts will go up under there and peg in. So now, utilizing this joint, swing this up, both arms. It's like the shoulder joint. and hinge this down. At this point, you kind of gotta finagle everything together. So these posts here, you can see it's all black, so it's kind of hard to see, but these posts here will go into these slots, and these translucent posts here will go into these slots. So you kind of gotta wiggle it up. It's not as difficult as it seems, actually. I kind of like to do the arms first. So just get the arms up in here, push those up, and then you can push this front section in while realigning the arms. Kind of like that. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but it works. Now on these door panels, this post will go into that hole on his elbow, and this big post here will go into this big slot here. And that will lock the entire vehicle mode together, like so. And there he is in his really, really nice, rolls really nice. Didn't show that in the review, but it rolls incredibly nice. This, I love this vehicle mode. It's so cool looking. But you can take this and this post here, like I said, you can put it in right there, and it holds fairly secure. Not gonna go anywhere. Now, for the harder part of bringing him back into robot mode. You can take these off and split them apart and set them aside for now. So bringing him into robot mode is a lot more difficult just because of this whole upper section. I'll show you as well as I can. I hope this helps some people transform this thing properly, because a lot of people have issues of these just being loose and wiggly, and I think I've fixed that. So you can go ahead and pry these doors open. They hold in really tight, so pop these out without breaking anything. There we go. Now you can lift this section in the front, and that'll kind of just allow a little bit of clearance to get under here and pull the arms away from the roof, because the windows are part of the arms. There we go. Just pull that whole section back, fold the windshield in, and we can swivel this whole part up. We're going to do the legs first just because of how much easier they are. So hinge this up just out of the way. You can come down here, fold these wheels in, split these legs apart, and then right here you want to unpeg that little tab that's holding that together there. But you got to do these at the same time, because there's not enough clearance to spin this up and there's not enough clearance to bring this down. So at the same time, swivel this section up and the foot down. Doesn't have to be like perfectly at the same time, but just allow the clearance. And now this whole section here with the tonneau cover will go into this slit here. It just folds in pretty nicely. And that is that foot completely done. So we can do this side here, split it apart, rotate these about the same time, fold that in. And that's his legs done. Looking good. So now, it'll actually be like that. But now coming up here, this part is kind of madness. So you can hinge this out of the way. Straighten these arms, just to get them out of the way. You can lower the grill here, or the bumper here, to kind of unhook that and allow some more clearance here. Let's try to adjust the camera. So you can split these apart, and they will more than likely kind of just go back like this. You can move his head, go back like that. So at this point, you can lock this down here just to kind of hold it. It'll just hold that whole spine piece together so it's not flopping, you know. Alright, how to show this. So what I like to do is I take the wheels and just push them in like this. And that'll kind of pull all of this section out with it. So you can bend him at the shoulder here and get his arm just down and out of the way. You can rotate this to the proper orientation up here, just like this. So take that shoulder joint and just bring it down, spin it around, spin his fists if his fists spawn in vehicle mode. So now this part. So first of all, let's not forget this again. Fold these little brake pad looking things out. And those will come around to the front. Pretty cool looking. But this part here, so there's this tab right here. And if I can really show this off, it's kind of difficult. There is inside here, this part right here is actually a hole, like a hole for the tab. And so what you want to do is you just want to, I like to go to the front here and start by pulling this out. And there's a tab here and a hole at the bottom of this part that his head is on. Just peg those together to kind of hold it in the proper spot. It more than likely will come undone, so don't worry about that. But, so you want to like swivel this whole part here until you can get the front under this black section. You will have to move his head to do this. So kind of like that. And see how that lines that post up in there, just kind of with the hole? You got to do it the rest of the way. So just kind of like, I don't know if that caught really well or not, but you kind of just push and it'll go in and lock into that hole there. Hopefully I can get a better view on this side. Right. Make sure this is down under there. Okay. Let's see. Yep, right there. You see how that worked? See where that tab goes down into there? It seems to me like not a lot of people know about that tab there, and what that does, you don't even have to finish the transformation. It's locked into place. Like, that's not moving anywhere. So then what you do, don't do the doors yet, because you want to bring this backpack section up and just, it doesn't tab in anywhere. It does. It does, okay. This here tabs into that slot right there. I've never noticed that. Maybe. Yeah, it does. Okay. It does. So you learn something new every day. Now you take this whole section, bend it right here, and bend it right here. Now this post here will go into this big opening there and just kind of hold that whole backpack in. So again, bend there, bend here. Once you got those pegged into there, you are done. You can take his cannons here. This bigger one goes on this side, and the smaller one goes this way on this side. And that's it. You're done transforming him. If that guide helped you at all, especially with this whole upper section here. Oh wait, make sure that pegs back in. There we go. If that guide helped you at all, let me know with a like, comment, subscribe, all that, and stick around for the next video.